Alrighty guys, welcome back to part 4 of refining and testing our system. So this is where we left off on 3.1. So we're going to go until the end or until current time. So we'll just update the time frame on this to whatever current time. We're in August, almost in August, we're 29th. So we got another, we left off on, we have about another 3 months of data collection. I'm going to try to keep these videos just a little bit shorter because we got the fundamentals out of the way. So I'm going to be talking a little bit less, talking a little bit faster too, since we got the fundamentals out of the way. So let's see where we're at. So last time where we left off, if I go to the 4 hour, we had very, very dirty price delivery. Not quite sure what price wanted to do here. Now we're finally starting to get that early stage 2, especially on the daily, probably, you know, getting close to that later stage 2 actually. So we'll do a top down, weekly, good, daily, good, 4 hour, good now, wasn't very good, 20 minute. So a couple things I am looking at right here. I can anticipate the hourly to go into that stage 1, or we can get that continued delivery. So I'm gonna step down to the 20 minute and look for valid entries. Like I said, I'm actually gonna load up the equity curve to see where we're at and then where we end up at. So currently we are up 422%. So we are gonna get back to that and see where we end up. So we're gonna wait for money to come into this market. It looks like this was rollover, so nothing to do. Gonna wait for more validations. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No money into this market quite yet. Very slow. Gonna give this market time to show me what it wants to do. Okay, have our first sign of strength. Let's look at the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. 1 hour, it looks like it might continue. It kind of went under whatever it had to. And yeah, this is a valid entry right here. It is, what time is it? 1 in the morning. So I think this is Asia session for me. And yeah, so hopefully this market closed already. Nope. I'm waiting for the candle to close. Nothing to do here quite yet. I want to play it slow because I often find myself skipping candles. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it looks like we are undergoing this hourly fractal reaccumulation of some sorts, taking down the lows right here. So some sort of absorption off some hidden S&D within that area. Or yeah. So we're going to wait for the 20 minute to start to validate to look for longs. Off this high, beautiful entry right here. Once again, it played a low fast. I'm going to replay to this candle and then play it forward the perfect amount so it closes and see where we're at. 1, 2. There we go. Candle closed right here. Let's go look at the hourly. Hourly is starting to put in beautiful demand. 20 minute is holding up the moves. Yeah, so 5 minute entry above this high. ATR low right about here. This is our entry if we don't get a new low created. Okay. Yeah, we're looking at 5 point something. I'll take this entry. Hopefully we get a new low within this region. Beautiful. We got that new low and taken out right away. 20 minute is still questionably valid above this high. So I'll look for an entry. Nope, too big of an SL. However, this is now a valid entry. So I'm going to wait for this candle to close, entry above this high. ATR low, somewhere around here. If we don't get a new low, I'll use that low. Falls back down, nothing to do. A couple things I can do here. Hourly looks like it might be chopping down a little bit. 1 and then 5 minute candle. Perfect. Entry right above this high. ATR low. Something along the lines of this. Falls back down, nothing to do. 20 minute, gonna wait for new validation. Falls back down. Let's see what the hourly is doing. 4 hours probably just touching MAs. Still needs a little bit of time. Hourly is questionable, but 20 minute and 4 hour are valid for longs. So we'll step down to 10 minute. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I have to play it at 2 candles at a time otherwise. So we got rollover here in about hour to 2. Hourly is holding, 4 hours probably going to be holding, 20 minute is holding, 5 minute entry, ATR high, ATR low, my bad. Nothing to do here, 20 minute, yep, valid entry off of a new low, hopefully that gets created within this region. So we got the 20 minute. 20 minute is still valid, so buy stop above this high, ATR low. Falls back down, nothing to do, let's look at the 20 minute. 20 minute looks like it's still valid entry on this candle. However, it looks like we're going to get a new sideways entry right around here. So past rollover. Probably won't take anything anymore. Yep. I meant to delete that. 20 minute. I'm going to wait for a new build up on the 20 minute. Hourly is probably starting to crash down. So a couple things I can do here. 4 hours probably going to be now touching. Yep. So I'm going to wait for hourly to build up some sort of demand on this structure. I want to see money come into this market and quite heavily. Falls back down. 4 hours probably eating shit right now. So I'm going to wait for hourly to build something up. Nothing. Let's go look at the 4 hour. Let's look at the daily, maybe. Daily is just barely holding this price action. 4 hour is questionably holding the price action. A couple of things I can do here. I can wait for the 4 hour to put in more demand strength, or hourly is starting to become a little bit valid. A couple of things I can do here. We got red news in 5 hours. 4 hour is once again questionably holding. We're going to give the 4 hour a little bit more time to give us that bullishness we're anticipating. 20 minute, if we would have traded here, beautiful entry here. That's about it. No other real entry. We got red news here, so nothing to do. Going to give this market time. There was an entry here, but that was 40 minutes after red news, and we got red news again. So I'm going to give this market time to just kind of do whatever it has to. I'm going to wait for an hour. Yep, so now we're valid for longs. Beautiful entry over this high. I don't think I would have gotten anything. Something around here. Possibly could have gotten anything. Let's look at the 4 hour. 20 minute is holding. So I'm going to wait for a new 20 minute stage 1 to get involved into this market. On the 10 minute. Questionable entry there. Looks like this is getting close to rollover though, so I don't want to touch any of this price action. Rollover going on right about now. Gonna give this market time to kind of show me what it wants to do. It looks like hourly might be failing back down. Yep. 4 hour is also failing back down. So I'm gonna wait for hourly buildups on this market like that off of this candle. Oh, my bad. I want to see what the 4 hour looked like at this point in time. There we go. Let's go look at the daily. Daily is probably just holding. 4 hour is questionably holding, but holding. Putting in some nice demand into this market. I really like at the story of demand. Had some nice demand in here, mitigated to some extent. Left this last unmitigated point, got mitigated right here, pushing up higher from this demand. Hourly is holding demand, 20 minute. I'm looking for a reason to get position long on this market off of this high. So 5 minute entry above this high, beautiful. Let's see if that's within our risk parameters. We're looking at 16, a little big. Unfortunately, we would have missed this trade. So I'm gonna wait for the 20 minute to give me something new. Looks like we do have red news though, so I'm gonna skip this price action. Gonna wait for a new stage 1 of some sort. Still nothing. Building up something. 5 minute candle. Falls back down. I want to do a 10 minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So notice I'm skipping a lot of this price action. This is okay. Let's go look at the 4 hour, see how it's behaving. Hourly's behaving. 20 minute is behaving. 5 minute entry above these highs. Let's see where the 20 minute closed. I think I played it a little bit quick. So it looks like this might be a loss. Taps this in and then takes us out right away. And that's okay. So step down to a 10 minute. 1, 2. 5 minute entry above the high. ATR low. Right over this high. What is that? 6.1. Just above ATR. I'll take it. Hopefully we get a new low actually, so I'll give it a shot. That would have been our entry. Moved it a little down by accident. Move to break even. Take a break even. 20 minute. Gonna wait for a new build up. I want to see. This is an okay entry over this high. Kind of weak, but still valid. So I'll take a buy stop right above this high. ATR low. Okay, this is looking good. Waiting for me to get tapped in. I'm gonna go back up to 20 to see how we're doing. 20 is holding, so I want to see a new low. There we go. New low created. This would have been our entry. Beautiful stop out. So I'm just gonna play forward for us to get tapped out. There we go. 20 minute. Gonna wait for a new validation to come into this market. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Hourly's quite weak, so I'm gonna wait for 20 minute buildups of some sort, like that. This candle high. Oh, looks like we have red news. It's not for a while though. Come on. So let's go look at this candle, see how it played out. 1, 2. Yeah. This is actually really good strength. Let's look at the hourly. Hourly starting to put in some good demand. Questionable demand, but it's still good. 5 minute entry above this high, ATR low. Somewhere right around here. Perfect. Looks very weak, but I would have taken something like that. Get stopped out in the same candle, 20 minute. No longer valid. We can take a buy stop above this high. Okay, looks like, I don't think this was news, March 8th, 2024. March 8th, 2024. March 8th. We had red news at 7:30 in the morning. What time was this? Yeah, so would have missed it. I'm gonna wait for this candle to complete right here. Technically valid buy stop above this high if we get a good 5 minute entry. Looks like we might get one. ATR low. We're looking at 13. I want to see something smaller like that. Right above, which high was it? That one? Yeah. Right above that high, ATR low. Potentially something around that. Give it just a minute. Well, that's a little big of an SL. It was 5.49 or something. Gotta love FX replay sometimes. So now we know that we have red news coming up here soon, though. 1, 2. Get in. Probably going to be an immediate stop out here. Yep. 20 minute. Going to wait for a new buildup of some sort to get involved. Nothing. 5 minute. 2 hour and 40. I want to see a little bit more strength off this candle. 1, 2. 1, 2. Falls back down. Let's look at the hourly. Hourly starting to kind of fade off here a little bit. That was red news. 4 hour holding. Hourly holding. 20 minute is holding. Technically a valid buy stop above this high, but we are still within 20 minutes of red news. So, and then a 5 minute candle. This looks like it's still too close to, nope, hour and 20. We're now valid for entries. Probably going to be an immediate stop out once again. I'm always anticipating the stop outs, man. So at least when I get a winner, I'm like, oh, well, that's new. But I don't get all excited and shit. So I'm going to wait for a 10 minute. 1, 2. Oh, it froze. Hello. There we go. 5 minute entry, ATR low. Right over this high. Like that. Created a low. Get buy stopped in. Limited in. Okay. I got to do a buy stop so it taps me in. So I'm going to try to keep these videos shorter. I'm going to try to go a little bit quicker than usual. Do a stop. Yep. 0.8% risk. Move to break even. Somewhere around here. Take a break even. Beautiful. 20 minute. Gonna wait for a new validation to come in. Falls back down. Let's look at the hourly again. Hourly starting to kind of fuck around here a little bit. So a couple things I can do. I can wait for hourly validations. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours kind of failing back down. I want to see some nice bullishness on that hourly. Let's go look at the 4 hour. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, we're going a little sideways. I don't particularly like this kind of price action. So a couple things I can wait is for 4 hour validations on the right hand side of price. Or this is still something I'm testing, by the way. So 4 hour. This is technically valid under the current rule set we have. So I'm going to give this market a little bit of time. Show me what it wants to do. Valid entries right here. Missed them. Very weak market. There we go. We're getting some sort of motion. There we go. How long was... Sorry about that. After news, we're looking at 2 hours. So valid entry buy stop above that high. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Hourly is questionably holding. Very horrible price action. Like, god awful. Don't want to look at any of this. But once again, it's not part of our rule set. 8 hours just kind of fucking around. 4 hours holding. Hourly is questionably holding. 20 minute is valid for entries above this high. So whatever high this was, I'll draw it out. 5 minute entry over this high. So would have done something like this. It looks like it opened down here and then pushed up into it. We're looking at a 20 point something valid entry. Gonna look for a, oh fuck, I forgot to click the FX replay. Is a little slow for this sometimes. Gotta reset up the buy stop. Buy stopped in. Move to break even, I want to say. Move to break even. Probably going to be a very quick break even. 20 minute, gonna wait for an invalidation. Here's the thing, the market is god awful. So fucking god awful. So I might stay away from this for a little bit. Okay. Valid entry, buy stop above these highs. Something like that. Let's go look at the, I'll go look at the weekly. Kind of fucking around. Daily is god awful. 4 hours, barely holding price. Still holding it very well though. I don't like to see, if you look at the models that are going on here, some sort of distribution or accumulation. Currently it's distribution because of this breakdown low. However, given the context, it's still accumulation for me. Hourly is kind of fucking around as well. Finally putting in some nice bullish demand though, so that's pretty good. 20 minute is valid. 20 minute, let's look at entries on the 20 minute. This would have been a half decent entry right here, but I didn't like where we were in the range, quite low. Could have easily continued lower. 5 minute entry above this high. Yeah, this isn't half bad. It's questionable, but I want to see a new low. Something like that. Okay, yeah. 20 is questionable. More likely to tap me in, tap me out, and then build up something over here. Taps me in. Hopefully at least it's a break-even trade. It is actually right after rollover, so this is going to be a break-even trade for me. Move to break-even and get tapped out. 20 minute, going to wait for a new build-up. Kind of like I said, expecting that sideways motion. Very weak market. However, this is still valid entry. I want to see where the candle closes. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No valid entries. There we go. Valid entry above that high. 4 hours holding. Hourly is holding. 20 minute is also holding. 5 minute entries are valid above this high. Right around here. Perfect. Low created. Gonna take my entry. Price goes down and then taps me in. All good. And taps me out. 20 minute, like this god awful price action. There we go. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is god awful. Hourly is god fucking awful. 20 minute is dog shit. 20 minute, it's somewhat clear. 5 minute entry above this high. Like I said, I'm trading this not because I want to, it is because I have to. You know, I have to test under what circumstances the system will be profitable. And then in the next video, we're going to take everything we learned. So I'll probably create a quick analysis video of me going back through this data and analyzing why we were profitable, why we weren't, under what circumstances. Let's go look at the 20. Yep, that would have been a valid entry. It looks like we came down first, created this low, and then pushed up into it. So whatever low this is 7 point something. Yeah, so this would have been a completely valid entry. Get tapped in, probably get tapped out right away, per usual, especially under these market conditions, like god fucking awful. Gonna wait for a new 20 minute buildup, falls back down. I don't like this price action. I might just skip it, to be honest. This is so fucking awful. I'm gonna wait for the 4 hour to build something clear. And then, you know, I wanna see more profitability from this system, especially after the last test. Like, we got chopped to hell in this thing. So a couple things I can do, you know, daily is just going sideways. So I'm gonna wait for daily validation, just given this context. We do have good demand. Hopefully we uphold it and push off from here. But yeah, clearly the market doesn't want to comply, and that's okay. You have to learn that under certain market conditions like these, you need to memorize what this looks like. The chop, the wicks, the unclear price delivery, the interactions with the MAs, everything is just not lining up. Look at these beautiful market conditions where we were profitable last year. And then this is kind of where it starts to fall down. Interacting with the MA is nothing to do here. So I'm going to wait for the daily, like that. Beautiful daily demand validation. What I love to see. Building up a phenomenal story. Daily is ready to go. 4 hours ready to go. Hourly is ready to go. And if you look at the story behind it, look at this. Look at the models we left behind. Beautiful accumulation model ready to continue the stage 2. Hopefully. Given my experience, hourly is phenomenal accumulation with good strength coming into the market. And if you would have looked here, no matter where you took your entries, you would have gotten chopped to hell, okay? So 20 minute, gonna wait for a new accumulation of some sort. Hopefully we have these continued longs. Very weak market, don't want to touch any of this. Don't want to touch it, don't want to touch it. I'm telling you guys, I don't like this kind of price action. So it's better for me to let it collapse and then build something back up like that. And now this is where I'm looking to get involved. Like that. 5 minute cat. Oh, fuck me. Fuck. Guys. Fuck. Okay, we're going back to this candle. Pretend I didn't say anything. My bad. I clicked this button. So we're going to go down to the 10 minute. 1, 2. Go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding. Hourly holding. 20 minute is holding. 5 minute entry above this high. ATR low. Quite frankly, I have the memory of a goldfish. So good for you guys. ATR low. Looks like we got a 9.08 entry, so just good enough. Get tapped in, move to break even. Probably going to be a break even trade if I remember. Nothing to manage to, nothing to manage to. Oh, what are we at here? 2.5. Yeah, I would have managed to here given the strength of that move and red news coming up. Okay, still holding the position. Beautiful, and get taken out because of red news. So I'm going to wait for the 20 minute to build something back up. Okay, we're going to go down to the 10 minute. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is okay, quite weak. I want to see one more candle right here like that. 1. Oh yeah, this is actually kind of nice. 5 minute entry, ATR low. Right about here. This would have been my entry. Something like that. Tapped in. I don't think that went 1 to 2. So close. Move to break even. Take a beautiful break even. Gonna wait for a 20 minute rebalance or, flush out of some sort. Falls back down, nothing to do. Gonna wait for new 20 minute validations and strength to come into this market before I even consider touching it. Strength coming in quite weak. I'm gonna give this a little bit of time to go sideways. Still very weak market. Yeah, it just needs time. Okay, this is beautiful. What time? 4 hours. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours just holding. Hourly starting to put in some new demand. 20 minute is holding. Let's look at the 20 minute again. I don't see which candle I was looking at. I was looking at this candle. Unfortunately, I played one too quick, but we didn't get tapped in yet, so. Still gives me time to set up a good SL. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, not bad at all. ATR low right now is under there. Just about here, we're looking at 12.57. A little bit big. I can still make it a little smaller, but I do want to see a new low created. There we go. I'll make it just slightly bigger so we don't get tapped out. Hopefully we get a new low created right here though. That's small, but it'll work. So what I do in situations like these is I move it just slightly higher over the range so we get that extra confluence and then allow it just enough breathing room. Okay, get tapped in, probably get tapped out. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new strength to come into this market like that. 5 minute entry or 5 minute candle to finish. Let's look at the hourly. Hourly is questionably holding. 4 hours holding. Hourly is once again questionably holding, but good potential here. 5 minute entry, ATR low. I'll do it right above this high. Probably still not tapped in. So this is the new low we created. We're looking at 10.51, 9.9 something. So yeah, I'll take this. Nothing. 20 minute, gonna wait for an invalidation. We got red news coming up. So I'll jump down to a 10 minute candle. 1, 2. I do like this entry. We have red news in 2 hours and 20. Still valid. ATR low, stop. Falls back down, nothing to do. 1, 2, 1, 2. Falls back down. Hourly's probably eating shit right now, so I'm gonna wait for 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nothing to do here. 1, 2. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours just barely holding the move. Hourly is starting to push away, leaving some sort of demand, very weak demand. So a couple things I can do here is wait for the hourly to go sideways and start building, or technically I do have a valid entry here on the 20 minute. So 20 minute entry right above these highs is phenomenal. Lines up very nicely. I don't know what happened first. I don't know if we had a low to even manage to. We don't have a low. The candle did open here. We'll consider this a loss just for the hell of it. Like I said, I like to be very conservative with my entries. Well, I did not mean to do that. I need it to be a loss. Come on. Make it super tight like that. Get tapped in, get tapped out. Perfect. We got the 20 minute for a new validation on the 10 minute. 1, 2, 1, 2. Beautiful entry over this high. Beautiful stop loss as well. Let's go look at the hourly. Hourly starting to hold. 4 hours definitely holding. 20 minute is holding. 5 minute is valid for entries. So I'll create a ATR low of some sort. We're looking at a 11.9. This is okay. Hopefully we get a new low though. Otherwise I could have chosen this one, but that is quite big or quite small compared to the ATR. So we get tapped in. This would have been my new low. What are we at? 7 point something. Yeah, that actually lines up perfectly with this other low. So I like that. And hopefully during this back test we hit some new all-time highs. Otherwise, you guys get to experience the real truth behind backtesting. You know, it's not all nice equity curves all the time. Nothing to manage to quite yet. Still nothing to manage to. And we take a break even after going, what, 6 RR? Yeah. 20 minute, gonna wait for some new validation. Hopefully this candle closes now. Nope, falls back down. If it wants to load, we'll go to 10 minute. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Roll over or market close, whatever. There we go. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding still. Hourly is starting to hold, putting in some nice demand. Technically not validated yet because this candle hasn't closed, but once we close above this high, that'll be valid demand for me. Let's go look at the 20. 20 I think was valid for long. 5 minute is valid for long. Right, ATR low. Beautiful. See if it's a break even right away so I don't have to replay. That would have been a break even. Gonna wait for a new. Actually, let me go back. Hopefully we traversed. Yep, break even. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new stage 1 of some sorts. So getting close. I want to see this candle close though. Yep. I want to see what it looked like at the time of the playing out. On the 10 minute. 1, 2. Valid entry buy stop above this high. Lines up very nicely with this high as well, so I kind of like that. Probably going to take a loss, so I'm just going to set up my buy stop here. See whatever low we create. Yep, immediate stop out. Although we probably didn't even have a low to set it to, but that's okay. Like I said, super conservative with my testing. I don't care to take 5 extra losses in a range, as long as I know that in the live market, you're not going to fuck up that bad. So hourly is questionably holding, building up on the right-hand side price. Very weak price action though. That was a good entry, but just didn't play out the way we anticipated it to do. And we fall back down. So we're looking at the 4 hours still. 4 hours starting to fail. Gonna wait for the hourly to build something back up. Yep, 4 hours failing. Hourly is, let's go look at this. Let's look at the 8 hour. 8 hours still holding. 4 hour is questionably holding. Yeah, just about. Hourly, I want to see. Hourly is okay. Let's go look at the 20 minute. We could get a nice entry off of this candle if it hasn't closed yet. Technically valid buy stop above this high. I'll consider it right over this high. 20 minute. Nope, I'm going to give the 20 minute time. I need that extra confluence. 1, 2. Yep, this would have been my entry. Missed it. That's okay. Still nothing, still nothing. Playing it a little bit quick, but the price is just god awful. So I don't want to touch any of this. There we go. This would have been my candle. I love it when I play it too fast. Let's go look at what that hourly looked like. Yep, hourly was valid. I want to look at the price on this very candle. Okay. On the 10-minute. 1, 2. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours sustaining the move, questionably. Hourly. 4 hours, week, hourly. No. Even though technically I would have taken this, I'm going to start to apply the expertise that I know from my other system and see if we can really polish the system, I guess we could say. And so I'm going to stop getting involved in places where I know systems generally tend to not be profitable, such as this. You jump down to the hourly. Flat price action, no real bullishness coming in. Yeah, you can get involved here, but the odds of this kind of flipping back down within that one candle, I'm going to give this market time. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours starting to build up. Beautiful demand on the 4 hour. Demand on the hourly. 20-minute might give me... I missed my entry there, but that's okay. Holy shit, this thing's being slow. So let me refresh this real quick, and then we'll get back to it. If it wants to. God, fuck this shit. Like, this is... Like... I swear it's not my computer, I promise, guys. So, we're going to wait for a new build-up. 4 hour is holding, hourly is holding, 20-minute is holding. Gonna wait for a new build-up. Was a valid entry right above this high, fell back down. Let's go look at the hourly. Yep, hourly's falling back down. I'm gonna wait for 4 hours holding. Hourly is not holding, so I can wait for the 20-minute to build back up. Falls back down. Let's wait for the 4 hour hourly to build something back up. Probably the 4 hour at this point. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is questionably holding. Hourly is holding. 20-minute is holding. Beautiful entry off the 20-minute here. Fortunately, I missed it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Probably red news. 4 hour falls back down. Nothing to do here. Gonna wait for the 4 hour validations to come back into this market. And, you know, these are the seasons where I shouldn't even have been trading here. You're looking at 50 days of no trades on this particular market. 4 hours starting to build up on the right-hand side of price. So is hourly. So is 20-minute. Gonna wait for the 20-minute to shape up now. Okay, we're getting there. We're building something. Hopefully we close a little stronger. Go look at the 4 hour again. Daily. Daily starting to build away from whatever the hell this was. So if we look at daily price action, shouldn't have traded any of this, shouldn't have traded any of this. Just now starting to become valid to trade this price action onto that stage 2. So starting to realize that it is all the same shit no matter what system you're testing, unless you're doing like support resistance type shit right around here or like right around here. I don't know how people trade that shit. It's not, I've done it. It works if you do it properly, but most of the time I found that my more profitable systems are built around trending markets. So, and that's, you know, to each their own, but for me, that's what works. 20-minute, yeah, valid buy stop above this high ATR low. Actually, we have a very beautiful stop right here. We created this high, came back down, pushed up above it, hopefully. And let's see if we get a new low. Otherwise, that's the low I'm taking. Still nothing, didn't get tapped in. There we go. So that's the low we created. Just about where we predicted it. Do a limit, get stopped in, and get stopped out. Get stopped out. 20-minute, gonna wait for a new build up. We got red news coming up. There we go. Red news in 7 hours. We're still more than in the clear. 5-minute entry at the high, ATR low. Something like that. Let's go look at the 20-minute. Yeah, 20-minute is valid. Take my limit here. Get taken out. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours questionably holding, hourly starting to fail back down. We're going to wait for the 20-minute to build something back up. Hourly's starting to fail back down, probably 4 hours as well, and daily's back in the range. So 4 hour, gonna wait for a new build up. I want to escape whatever the hell this is. Want to build up on the right hand side of price. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly's god awful. Daily is fucking god awful. 4 hour is, it's okay. The daily is, I have to think about it. Give me a second. Holding up some level of demand within this region, which is beautiful. If you watch my other video where I show the truth about supply and demand, I actually call this the 10 zone, TEN zone, or the 10 block, which shows demand holding up a range. This is the overall demand, unvalidated 10 zone, if you want to call it that. Which shows demand coming into the market, which there clearly is no demand as of this moment. So I'm going to wait for the hourly. No, the hourly's holding in a very bad distribution model, though. This is where discretion is kind of very important for personal testing. We got red news, though, so can't trade any of this. Going to give this market a little bit of time to see what it wants to do. Showing that bullishness coming in. Technically valid buy stop above this high. Not very clean though. I'm not taking any of this. It's just nothing clear to trade. There we go. Okay, let's go look at the 4 hour. Let's go look at the daily. Daily's starting to put in some nice bullish. 4 hours holding, hourly's holding, 20 minute is questionably holding. Jump down to the 10-minute candles. If this thing wants to load, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. One more, 1 2. Perfect. I want to see what this candle looked like at the close. Okay. We are down, guys. Like, this is bad drawdown for a system like this. And so next video, what we'll do is we're going to do a full analysis on what actually happened within this market, why we shouldn't have been trading. And this is very important. This is probably one of the most important parts, is knowing when to trade. And so this entire time I've been telling you guys, do not trade this price action. It is awful, awful, awful. I shouldn't even be touching it. But when you're building out a system from scratch, you want to erase everything you know about the markets, especially if you come from other mentorships or groups, because different systems are going to perform differently under different environments or conditions. So 1 2. Unfortunately, this isn't a valid entry for me. We have good demand validation here, but too far from the MAs. This would have been a great entry if we had faster price movement, but that is a-okay. Now let's see. Slow ass thing. Okay, I'm gonna reload again. This thing's being super slow. Give it whatever time it needs. And sorry if you hear noise upstairs. It's my dog again, walking around. Okay. Trying to make this quick, but once again, we're probably gonna end up with a couple hour long video, and that's okay. You know, if you're willing to stick through these, you know, I'm doing these for you, so that's okay. Daily demand is actually holding from the area that I most recently, once again, you need to go watch this content, support and demand zones, and how I personally use them to build up a narrative. The only reason I'm willing to go long on this market, if you look at this price action on the daily, pretty dog shit, but we hit demand and we started building up some good strength from there. So some sort of institutions or somebody stepping in, buying up, you know, this kind of price action. So daily's kind of dog shit, but if you look at the 4 hour, we're starting to build away from it, likely into the early stage 2 of that daily delivery. 4 hours holding, hourly is questionably holding, 20 minute. I want to see demand come into this 20 minute, falls back down like to hell, literally. So daily fell back down, nothing to do here. A couple things I can do is wait for daily demand to come into this market. I can either wait for demand validations on the daily or 4 hour strength to come into this market. Absolutely nothing to do right now though. So there we go. Oh, nope. We have a lot of red news coming up. So I'm going to give it one more candle. It's probably going to shoot up quite a bit. Nope. And nothing to do. Like, I'd never be touching this kind of price action. There we go. So if we look at weekly, starting to build off. Weekly, we're getting to that kind of price action I like to see. If you're trading like a, what time frame? Weekly, so probably like a daily. You'd get beautiful entries off of right here for longs. So now it looks like we're ending this stage 1, or very, very late stage 1, early stage 2 to continue this delivery forward. So weekly is holding, daily is now finally holding. Once again, next video, we're going to break down profitable areas, non-profitable areas, and we're going to try to attribute it to variables in which we can see why, of course, we'd be taking losses in certain areas. So what we do is we go back to the equity curve and we look at, okay, what could we have done to prevent this? What could we have done to prevent the sideways motion before this continuation higher? Drawdown. We want to limit the amount of drawdown we have. And yeah, this is a profitable system in and of itself, but you're going to have these drawdown periods, and the objective is to reduce them, because when you start, for example, with a prop firm, you don't know where on this curve you're going to start with your profitability, because if you start a prop evaluation right here, you're going to lose the account. If you start a prop evaluation here, you're going to gain the account, you win the account potentially here, and then you break even or potentially even lose the prop account within this next region. Then you take another prop account, you win, you go up 10%, 20%, whatever your profit target is, and then, oh, you lost it again. Oh, I won another prop. Oh, lost it again. So that is the importance of eliminating drawdown. And that's what I'm going to be doing in this next video. So this would be a phenomenal daily entry. I'm going to leave it on here. I'll just make it really small. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly is holding. A very shitty price action. Like, you can just see it right here. Finally, we're getting delivery on the right hand side of price. So 20 minute, I'm going to wait for a beautiful entry here. Very weak market. I don't want to touch this. Just give it all the time in the world that it needs. You know, patience is virtual, especially in trading. So falls back down. Daily falling back down. Absolutely nothing to do. Didn't even get your entry on the daily. Falls back down. Nothing to do. Cancel your trade, especially if you're trading your daily. And you just went 11 days and didn't even get a trade if you're trading the daily. So depending on the amount of capital, amount of time you can spend on your computer, your system's going to vary, and that's very important. So daily fell back down. Nothing to do, nothing to do, nothing to do. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours just kind of shit in the bed. So a couple things I can do here is wait for the 4 hour to build back up, as our testing has proven. We can do this. There we go. Let's go look at the weekly. Weekly is okay. This is another market condition that we don't particularly test very often, but it's very important for traders to evaluate situations like these. At what point do certain time frames not really affect your, for example, 1 to 5 minute entries, your lower time frame entries? Because on the weekly, a move this large is more than 100% on your account if you know how to trade it properly. Or maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration. More like this: build up back to the MAs. That's a really good return, because what people don't consider is if you draw it out from here to that high we were looking at, somewhere right around here, you step down to the 5 minute, look at how much potential there is for you. Like, even a couple trades that you would have scalped out of here with my regular, stop losses, you can see how that adds up very, very quickly. So weekly is, I'm going to say it's holding for the time being. Daily is questionably holding. It could reject off of here, and then we won't be looking at the market for a while. But the 4 hour is starting to build something. We're in quite a distribution state. So what I can expect from here, if we want to continue building up, is going to be a lot of chop. Probably not this bad. And then we're going to get our continuations forward. So I'm going to give this market all the time it needs to prove that to me. We're getting that chop back and forth. Weekly is starting to build up to the MAs. Daily is still holding 4 hour. Look, that chop. And so just by staying out of this market, now we're in some sort of accumulation phase. And probably a stage 2. 4 hours kind of dog shit. Let's go back up and look at the daily. Daily is starting to support the move. 4 hour is supporting the move. Hourly is shit. So I'm going to give this hourly time to clear up a little bit. Do whatever it has to. And once again, now I'm going to apply the knowledge that I know of a market and stay out of this dog shit price action. Like, yeah, if I would have stepped down to the 20, probably a valid entry here. Probably a valid entry here. Probably a valid entry here. But you're going to get chopped to shit. You're going to lose your account very quickly. And so now with my experience, I wanted to trade anything and everything, but for sake of this video length, I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. And then I'll break it down here in the future. We're getting in very nice, beautiful daily demand. Weekly is holding, daily is holding, 4 hours holding. Hourly is god-awful price action. However, yeah, this was market close or rollover or whatever you want to call it, depending on what asset you're trading. Okay, beautiful money coming into this market. Yep. Too small of a move. This could have been a valid entry. Still too small for me. Too small, too weak of a market. There we go. This would have been a phenomenal entry. I'm going to wait for a little crash down to get involved. Like that. Okay. Valid entry. Let's go look at the daily. Daily is holding. 4 hour is holding. Hourly is holding. 20 minute is holding. Yeah, 20 minute. The one thing I don't like about the 20 minute is when it rides up like this. Just personal experience is not a very good sign. More likely than not, I'm anticipating crash to build back up. However, given the context on every other time frame, the strong bullishness from the MA, buy-ups, liquidation of certain zones, this is an okay entry. So I'm going to take an entry buy stop right above this high ATR low, something like this. Low, we're looking at 7.16. ATR should be around like 10, maybe 12. Okay. We're going to look for a entry right around here. And hopefully that wasn't news. May, what is that? May 6th. So it looks like this is actually going to be a very quick back test. We're already in May. May 6th. There we go. That doesn't seem right. May? Oh, that's April. May 6th. Yeah. No news. We did have medium news at 11 o'clock, which was Fed Williams. So yeah, we would have traded. Missed that trade. It's okay. 20. Oh, wait, no. No, yeah, that would have been a valid trade. I'm going to wait for this candle to close though. Right here. Yep, so this would have been our entry candle right here. I can replay to this one. What time is it? It's 5 o'clock. I do have some work I got to go take care of with my other company, so I'm going to have to speed this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 5-minute entry above this high. Lines up perfectly. I'm going to look for my beautiful ATR low. Somewhere right around here. Okay. Looks like this would have been my 4 point something. Get tapped out right away. 20 minute. Going to wait for a new build up. Okay. Looks like... I want to see what this looked like off of this candle real quick. See if it would have been a valid entry. 1, 2. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute. Quite choppy. Still valid though. If I want to look at this candle in particular, there's a couple entries I can take here. Valid entry right here. Valid entry right here. Let's look at the 5 minute. I have to think about it. Valid entry, yeah, right above this high. Probably going to be an immediate stop out. ATR low, somewhere right around here. I don't know. 4.6, so 1/3 ATR. This is pretty okay. Yeah, we are in major drawdown. Let's see if we can escape this using now my experience. Can move to break even now. Probably going to get stopped out for a break even. Survive the break even, nothing to do yet. Still nothing to do. Still nothing to do. Still nothing. Still nothing. Finally something to manage to. Okay, this is a very poor management. We're only up 6R for my current system. Okay, I don't want to give up that RR, so I'm going to manage a little bit more aggressively given the strength of the move. We survived rollover. Beautiful. I'm going to wait for a new build up of some sort. Probably going to get taken out here. So a couple things you can do is manage more aggressively, knowing that you're going to get taken out, or you can hope you survive this. I'm kind of on that hope aspect, knowing that if it goes, it's going to go. If not, simple stop out. Probably going to stop me out though. Yep, there you go. And I'm not surprised that I got stopped out. 20 minute, going to wait for a new build up. Beautiful entry over this high. Let's go look at the 4 hour. Let's go look at the daily again. Beautiful daily. 4 hour, beautiful hourly. Questionable. We are having that sideways motion, but the 20 minute strength is kind of accounting for that. and 20-minute strength kind of leads me to believe this is going to be the start of that stage 2. So valid buy stop above this high right here would be valid. Or another thing you can do is wait for another 20-minute validation candle and then get involved there. I do like the strength of this market, so I'm going to set up a buy stop right above this high. ATR low, hopefully we get a new low like that. Probably going to stop me out right away. That was a very weak candle. Let's take a look. Where was this low? Somewhere around here, I want to say. I'm going to guess. Okay. Move to break even. Probably going to get break even. Yep. 20-minute, going to wait for new validations to come into this market. As we said, the 20-minute is very weak, or the hourly is very weak. So we could see a little bit more sideways motion before we, there we go, entry above this high. Hopefully that wasn't red news. We're looking at May 7th. So let's go take a look. May 7th, no red news. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour sustaining. Hourly strength is finally coming into the market. You can just see it. Validated demand, assuming we close this candle here pretty soon. 20-minute valid, 5-minute entry right above this high. Okay. ATR low, somewhere right about here. Still not tapped in. A couple things I can do here. We're looking at a 8 stop or a 5.12. I'll take the 5.12 in anticipation that we're going to get just a strong burst candle through. And stop out. I don't think we're a break even yet. Nope. Beautiful stop out. Gonna wait for a new 20-minute validation. If I would have managed to, where was my entry? Right here. I would have survived the move and we'd be in on this, but that is not what happened. It would have been a break even anyway. 20-minute is building something back up. Gonna wait for this candle to close like that. 5-minute entry above this high is 100% valid. Something like that. Falls back down, nothing to do. 20-minute, gonna wait for a new validation. The 10-minute, 1, 2. Beautiful entry above this high. Probably gonna stop me out. Looks like we did have this low. So wherever this candle opened at, probably gonna be an immediate stop out, kind of like I said. Yep, that would have been a loss. 20-minute, gonna wait for a new build up on the 10-minute. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nothing to do here. Let's go look at the hourly. Hourly's kind of fucking around right now. 4 hours going sideways. Hourly is going sideways. A couple things you can do here is wait for hourly validation, or you can wait for 20-minute strength. I'll wait for that 20-minute strength to come in. Okay, we're getting that strength coming in at 1 in the morning, so Asia session of some sort. Weekly is now in that reaccumulation, fractal reaccumulation phase, taking out the lows, building up higher, holding that demand. I think I called earlier on the time frame. Was it the weekly or the monthly? We hit some sort of demand on this 10 zone, building back off of it. So beautiful for longs. I forgot what time frame we were on, but 4 hour holding, hourly, quite weak. So I'm going to wait for the 20-minute strength to come back into this market. You could take a long here. I don't see a problem with it, but I'm thinking about it. Let's see if the candle closed here. If it did, I'll take a entry buy stop above that high. There we go. Entry buy stop right over this high. This is the low we take. Oh. Probably going to get stopped out right away. Yep. I'll take my loss. There we go. 20-minute. Going to wait for a new validation. Very weak market. We should have waited for the hourly validation or confirmation. Okay, let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly is holding 20-minute. I need to see strength right now, like this. And then that's my entry. Very weak. I'm going to give it one more candle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours starting to kind of fail down a little bit. Going sideways. Let's look at the daily. Daily still holding. 4 hour is questionably holding. Hourly is no longer really holding. So a couple things I can do here is wait for the hourly to build up. If we look at the 20-minute, we should still kind of be valid on this. I'll take an entry right above this high, assuming the candle has closed. So we'll play it forward by 1 minute. Yep. This is an okay entry. Right around here, ATR low. And take a limit. Get limited in, get taken out, 20 minute. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the 20 minute strength to come in a little bit stronger. I want to see the hourly too. Put in some nice demand, so I'll step it by the 15 minute. So these would be endless losses on the 20 minute. And my expertise tells me never to trade in conditions like these. Hourly, I want to see hourly build up here a little bit. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour starting to hold, hourly starting to hold, 20 minute is holding. Falls back down. We could still see another build up right here. 1, 2. There we go. Hopefully that's not red news. 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute is holding. This was on May 9th. See if there was red news. There was red news at 6:30, but that was it. This is 8:20, so we're in the clear for a long ride over this high. ATR low, something like that. Let's see if the 20 minute closed. Yep, so this would be my low for now. Hopefully we get a new low. Still valid. Hopefully we get a strong push like that. Gonna do a limit. Get limited in. Probably get taken out right away. Yep, 20 minute, gonna wait for a new build up. 1 and then a 5 minute candle. Falls back down. Step it up to the 10 minute. 1, 2. Still somewhat valid. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly is holding, daily is holding, 4 hour is holding, hourly is very wicky but holding, 20 minute. I could see this start the stage 2 now. Very wicky, but this is an okay entry on the 20 minute. So 5 minute entry over this high ATR low, like that. This would have been your entry at this low. And do a limit. See if we get limited in. Take our limit in. Probably move to break even now. Yep. Take a break even. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new build up on the, on the 20. 1, 2. Technically a valid buy stop above this high. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly's holding, 20 minute is questionably holding. The thing here, the thing I like here is the strength that came in from this low to this high. Getting bought up super heavily. Beautiful demand. Beautiful demand. 2.0 zones. Well, refined zones to some extent. Demand, demand, demand. So beautiful demand story coming into this long market. So a 5 minute long above this high would be okay. It's not against our rules. 20 minute is still valid. So I want to see a very strong candle just buy stop us in. Falls back down, nothing to do. Gonna wait for a new 20 minute validation. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly's holding, 20 minutes holding, 5 minute entry above this high. Hopefully no red news for the rest of the day. Entry right here, take another loss, beautiful. Or not. Yep, let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly's holding, 20 minute. Personally, don't trade any of this price action. Entry buy stop above this high, it's rollover, so nothing to do here. I want to wait for hourly money to come into this market, just shit. 20 minute money finally coming into this market off of this candle. Let's see what that looked like. I just want to get this backtest over with so I can do my analysis. That's my most exciting thing to do. Because you get to figure out under what conditions your system's profitable so this doesn't happen in the future. We could have skipped all this price action from the very beginning. We didn't trade this, we didn't trade this, we didn't trade this. And that's okay. That's how you learn, that's how you build a system. And the beautiful thing about this is that next time you go to backtest, you get to put those new learnings into practice, and you learn so much. You're like, holy shit, I just saved myself who knows how many losses within this one region for not trading it. So daily is now valid, 4 hours valid, hourly is questionably valid, 20 minute. 20 minute is putting in that beautiful strength. Let's see if it closed now. Yep, 5 minute entry over this high, the 20 minute high. Right over this high, whatever low you want to choose. I'm going to choose the secondary largest. So we're looking at 2.9, just over an ATR. You could choose a smaller one. Under these conditions, you're more likely to get a little bit of chop within here for some sort of fractal reaccumulation or fractal accumulation for that case. So let's see if we get tapped in. We'll step it up to the 5 minute. Get tapped in. Get tapped out. That might have been 2R. Yep, move to break even. I forgot how you quick break even. There we go. Break even, 20 minute. Gonna wait for new 20 minute stage 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Beautiful entry over this high, ATR low. Too big, nothing to manage to. A couple things you can do on the 20 minute. Oh, 20 minutes didn't even close. What the fuck? There we go. So 20 minute closed right here. This would have been your high. This would have been your entry. There we go. So you're looking at 3.59. Yep. Limit. Get limited in. Move to break even. And now once, you know, the story aligns, you might get a somewhat decent trade. Nothing to manage to quite yet. The only low I see is here. I hate these kinds of trades because it's either you manage and you get taken out, or you don't manage. Or like personally, when I'm trading live, I would manage like this, but my testing shows that if I stay at break even, it's going to build something up higher, and then you get to stay in the move. Right now, I'm going to get taken out, and then it's going to go. And that was not one of the cases. So 20 minute, going to wait for new build up. On the 10 minute, 1, 2. Beautiful entry over this high. 5 minute entry buy stop right here. Right over all these highs. Low right around here. ATR low. Let's go look at the 4 hour and the daily. Daily is good. 4 hour is good. Hourly is good. 20 minute is good. Let me look at the 20 minute. Yeah, 20 minutes good. 5 minute is good for entries. So let's get buy stopped in. Move to break even. And we're lucky, you know, given our system, we're able to re-enter the same market condition that we were anticipating the continuations of, and we still secured our 4RR. Nothing to manage to, unfortunately. I need to see a little bit more bullishness. Yep, I was anticipating for that low to get taken out. That's why I didn't manage to there. Likely to actually get taken out as a whole, but if we sustain this position, you know, I'm always looking for this low to get taken out, and then we build it up higher. But yeah, it looks like we might just take a loss here. Beautiful. Break even. You know, we just went, what, 1 to 10? 1 to 6. Okay, not that bad. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new build up of some sort. We got red news coming up, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, yep, that was red news though, so we're good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go, this high right here. We are 3 hours after red news, so we are completely in the green. Let's go see what happened here. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is holding, hourly is questionably holding. I can wait for 20 minute strong validations. Yeah, no, this isn't too bad. 5 minute entry over this high, ATR low. Perfectly lines up with these highs as well. I like that. Falls back down. Too big of a stop for me. Nothing to take here. You're looking at 17, 15 point something. Actually, that's weird. These candles look a lot smaller than what it should be. That's 15.11, 15.43. Good. And that's why I have an ATR rule, because looking at candles sometimes just doesn't do justice to know what's actually going to happen in the market. 20 minute, going to wait for a new validation. 2, 1, 2. Good. Let's go wait for the hourly. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly's holding, 20 minute is holding. 20 minute, this is, oh, that was red news. Dang it. Would have been a great entry right here. 1, and then a 5 minute candle. Technically a valid buy stop above this high. I could see one candle like that though. There we go. So 4 hour is holding the move. Hourly demand has now come into this market, pushing up higher, going this sideways motion, hopefully going into that stage 2. We have so much potential now, given that all these stories are lining up. Coming back down, hourly is holding 20 minute. Good, good, good. Yeah, I like this entry right above this high. So probably going to get stopped out right away, because price is kind of failing at this high, but that's okay. Looks like we did travel the 1 to 2, maybe. Close, but not quite. get taken out. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new buildup of some sorts. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. 5 minute candle. Let's see where we close at. Valid entry buy stop above this high. Very weak though. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Fuck this shit. I mean, this is a horrible price action. Daily holding 4 hour. 4 hours just weak as hell. Super fucking weak. Look at this shit. Weak fucking shit. Weak. Super weak. Hourly though. Hourly is also super weak. Look at this price action. We're slowly building up. It looks like we want to go, but we're probably going to come back down. Like, god awful price action. Like, what the hell was this? 15 hours of this shit? You know, this is where people lose money. I think we probably took a couple trades in here, to be honest. So, good. Just god awful price action. 4 hour, here's a couple things we can do. We can wait for a build up on the 4 hour, given that this is just dirty price action. So yeah, I'm gonna give the 4 hour time. Just awful. I hate to trade this kind of price action. Weekly's holding, daily's holding, 4 hour is holding to some extent. Hourly is very weak right now. So I'm gonna wait for 20 minute validations to come through. Okay, finally some strength coming in. But we're looking at 3 hours right before news. Don't want to trade any of this. I'm going to wait for hourly strength to come in. I'll play it by the 15-minute candle. Okay, we got red news. 20 minute, going to wait for a new build up. Now we look at the 4 hour. 4 hours starting to clean up quite a bit. So is hourly. For the time being, it's probably going to enter this kind of market condition once again. 20 minute. It's okay. Entry here, I don't like it, so we're going to give it a little bit of time. That would have been a phenomenal entry. That's your 1 to 20 runner right here. That is a-okay. Looks like this is rollover. Gonna give this market a little bit of time. I want to see some bullishness now. Very weak, very weak. Weak. I just want to see a nice bullish candle now before I even look to get involved like that. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly's holding, 20 minute is holding. Hopefully this is where the 20 minute closes, right around here. Let's see. 5 minute. Nope. Oh, 3. Yep. So very nice buy stop above this high. I don't think that fits our ATR stop rule though. 12. Yeah, does. Gonna do a limit. See if we get limited in. Gonna move to break even. Probably gonna be a break even trade. Yep. Beautiful. 20 minute. Gonna wait for a new validation. One more. Beautiful entry right above these highs. ATR low. Something like that. Falls back down. Nothing to do. 20 minute. Gonna wait for a new validation on the 10 minute. 1, 2. Questionable entry right here. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Hourly is no longer holding. So I'm going to wait for stronger 20 minute validation. Yeah, this is a valid entry, but I don't feel too confident in it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go look at the hourly. I want to see that hourly build up. If it wants to load. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours probably touching MA is building up. Hourly is nice. 20 minute is needs a little bit of time. I want to see one potential collapse right here. 2, 1, 2, and then a build up like that. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours still holding. Hourly is very questionable. I want to see hourly build up on the right hand side of price over here. But 4 hours still holding the position. 20 minute is also, so 5 minute entry right around here. ATR low. Let's go look at the 20 minutes, see if that's where we closed. Nope, didn't close there. And now our entry should be right above that high. ATR low, right about here. We're looking at 10.46 versus 13, so good. Something like that. Don't take anything. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new build up of some sort with bullishness. Let's go look at that hourly. Hourly's probably failing, and 4 hours likely to start to fail now. I'm gonna wait for the hourly build up now. Very weak market. Don't want to touch any of this. There we go. 4 hours holding. Hourly's holding. 20 minute. Probably going to stage 1 here now. 1, 2, 1, 2. Technically a valid buy stop right over this high. So I'm going to look for that. Fails back down. 20 minute. Going to wait for an invalidation. Beautiful. This candle right here. Let's go see if we would have gotten anything. Okay, 1, 2. Beautiful. Yeah, entry right above. Yeah, this high. Something like that. ATR low. Let's see if it's an immediate break even so I don't have to replay. So I'll play it one forward. Immediate break, actually, yeah. Yeah, immediate break even, nothing to do here. That would have been a great entry. People with different management rules may have survived that price action, but oh, look at this candle in particular. Let's go like the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Hourly is holding. This would have been a phenomenal entry right here. And so this is where in the next video I'll go back and analyze all this shit. But as of right now, we're just kind of testing the endurance or durability of this system over all market conditions. So you got to test a lot. You got to do hundreds of thousands of trades to know not to trade this shit, to know not to trade this shit, to know not to trade this shit. Weekly holding, daily holding, 4 hour holding. Hourly is weak, but still holding. 20 minute. 20 minute, I want to see the 1, 2. Yeah, beautiful entry right over these highs. ATR low, somewhere right around here. Beautiful. Just over the high. Just over the low. Under the low. Sorry about that. Okay. Something like that. Probably going to be an immediate stop out. Yep, 20 minute. I'm going to wait for more 20 minute validations to come. 1, 2. Perfect. Entry buy stop. Technically valid above this high and this high. So let's go see what that looks like. Yeah. So I can take a couple of entries. I'll take one right over this high. ATR low. Yep. Perfection. Gonna do a limit. Get limit in. Move to break even. Yeah, so break even trade. Shouldn't have taken this. Give it some time. So yeah, we're still at drawdown, guys. Fucking piece of shit price delivery. Okay, 10 minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nothing to do here. I'm not touching the shit. Weekly is good. Daily is good. 4 hour is questionable. Hourly is questionable. We'll look at the 20 minute for more strength to come into this market. Otherwise, I don't want to touch it. I want to see a nice candle like this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to reload again. Very slow software. Sorry for the delay. We've been recording for 1 hour and 13 minutes already. I know I said I'd make it shorter videos, but I think this is worth it for some people. Those people that are serious about trading. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nothing to do here. A couple things I can do is wait for hourly. Oh, got something, and then it kind of flushed back down. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is holding. Hourly is questionably holding. 20 minute. I want to see a little bit of bullishness on this hourly. Like that. 5 minute entry right over this high. ATR low. Falls back down. Nothing to do. 20 minute. There we go. Let's go look at the hourly. Hourly is starting to sustain the move. So is 20 minute and so is 5 minute. ATR low right over this high. Still valid. We're looking at 10.35 or 7.35. I like this. So whatever entry we get here. Oh no, we got a new low actually. Just move it slightly higher. I'll replay for this one because it's probably going to be a very quick break even. Get in. Take a loss. 20 minute. I'm gonna wait for an invalidation on the 20 minute. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Hourly is holding. 20 minute is holding. 5 minute entry over this high is valid. Looks like we opened here, pushed up into that price action. We're looking at 5.7. Yep. So going to be a very quick loss for me. Goes. We have to break even. Yeah. 20 minute. Shouldn't have traded that actually right before rollover. Okay. So it was a break even. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new validation of some sorts. Let's go look at that hourly. I did like that candle, but we do have red news here, so couldn't have traded that. I'll wait for a new 20 minute buildup. Nothing to do. There was valid entry right here. Didn't take it. Well, didn't get tapped in, more like it. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hourly's falling back down. Yeah, this is just a god awful price action market. 4 hour shit. Hourly is shit. I'm gonna wait for hourly to give me something worthwhile. 20 minute is starting to shape up, so I'll give this a shot. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Very weak market. Nothing to do here. There we go. 5 minute entry over this high. ATR low. Let's go look at the 20 minute actually. Yeah. Beautiful entry. Probably going to be an immediate break even. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Hourly's holding. 20 minute. Yeah, this is okay. Yep, would have been an immediate break even. Oh no, would have been a loss. My bad. There we go. Take out that loss. 20 minute. Gonna wait for a new build up. We have red news coming up here in 4 hours. So let's hope this candle closed. Did. Still nothing to do. Still nothing to do. 1 2. Beautiful entry off of this high. Missed it. We have red news coming up, so we'll wait for the hourly to start doing something worthwhile. 4 hours, god fucking awful. Hourly starting to support something. Weekly's holding, daily's holding. 4 hour is god fucking awful. I mean, just once again, look at this price action. Look at this price action. God awful. Wick, 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 wick. And so once I go back and create that video where I do my little analysis, I'm going to compare this kind of market analysis or market condition to this market condition, and you'll just see it right away. I'll make sure to show you guys. 4 hour is just barely holding on. I'm going to skip this shit. Oh, well, I love how now when I skip it, it starts to deliver nicely. 20 minute, I'm going to wait for new build up. Still wouldn't have gotten any entries here, so that's okay. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I need a little more strength than that. Okay, hourly is holding that move. 20 minute is holding that move. 5 minute is holding that move. So gonna look for buy stop right over this high. Let's hope the 20 minute closed here. Yep, 20 minute closed. I'm gonna do a limit, see if we get in. And just kind of goes without me, so I have to do a stop order. So this is going to be the second back test where you get absolutely no results, and that's okay. I mean, you learn. That's kind of your result. You learn under what criteria your system is profitable, and nothing to manage to quite yet. Finally going to manage to below right around here, 6R. Come on. Give me a second, guys. I'm getting a call right now. I'll be right back. Hang on. Alrighty, guys. So sorry for that delay. It was a little longer than I anticipated, but let's see how this plays out. So we're up 8.56. Let's see, management to this low 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll give us an extra 3 to 4R. I'm gonna hold it through, get taken out. Beautiful. Mainly it was because of that red news. I wanted to have a bigger stop, but that is a-okay. So let's I want to see where we were at. Weekly holding, daily holding, 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute. Hopefully we get that 20 minute to hold. on the 10 minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Red news. That's okay. You know, you can kind of anticipate moves like these on the red news. 4 hour, holding, hourly, questionably holding, but still holding, 20 minute. This is a good 20 minute validation right here. Beautiful demand that came into this market. We do have red news coming up here in 7 hours, so we're good. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute. So if this 20 minute closed here, this is where I'll take my entry. Okay, perfect. Entry buy stop right above this high, ATR low right here. Beautiful. ATR low we said was where? Right here. 14, yeah, this is good. Gonna get our entry in, get in, get taken out. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new validation here off the 20 minute. 1, 2. Very weak. Gonna give it one more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Falls back down, nothing to do. Let's look at the hourly. Hourly is just kind of falling down. So we'll give this market the time it needs to build back up. 4 hours probably failing as well. Yep. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly's holding. 20 minute probably got some beautiful longs right here. I'm not gonna take this trade, but I want to see what it looks like at the time. Like I said, it's all about analysis here and seeing where your system would have performed. 4 hour would have been phenomenal entry. Hourly would have been phenomenal entry. 20 minute. Ugh, I wish I would have taken it, but I did play it too fast on the hourly, and that's okay. So we're going to wait for a new 20 minute validation off this bad boy. Okay, entry buy stop above this high seems valid enough. ATR low. Right about here. There we go. That would have been our entry. We're looking at 12.9, just under an ATR. Gonna do a limit. Get limited in, get taken out right away. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new validation off the 20 minute. Market open, so nothing to do. Here we'll look at the hourly. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly's weak. So we'll wait for a 20 minute validation. Okay, we're getting strength coming into this market. There we go, off of this candle. I want to see what that looked like as it was playing out. On the 10 minute. 1, 2. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute holding, 5 minute entry valid. ATR low right under here. This looks okay. We're looking at 4.7 something. If I can get another tighter entry right under here, like that, we're looking at 3.8 versus 4.3 something. What was it? 4 points. No, it was a little smaller than that. 3.8, I think, or 3.77, something like that. Get in, move to break even. Very fast break even, probably a loss here. Survive that down push, but get taken out. 20 minute, gonna wait for an validation off the 20. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Very weak market. Technically a valid buy stop right here, not gonna take it. There we go. 5 minute entry right over this high. We're looking at May 27th. Let's go see what this looks like. May 27th. No news, so phenomenal. ATR low somewhere right around here. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly's holding, 20 minutes holding, 5 minutes holding. Yeah. So did the 20 minute close here? Yeah. So 5 minute entry over this high looks okay. Still okay. I want to see one tighter stop. Falls back down, nothing to do. 20 minute. Absolutely nothing to do. We're gonna wait for another 20 minute buildup. Okay, this looks okay. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute holding, 5 minute entry right over this high. I hope we're recording. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure we started recording again, otherwise that would have been bad. Well, that's our entry. Perfect. Gonna set up a beautiful buy stop right here, move to break even right away. Hopefully, because the next candle is always very prone to taking us out right away. Nothing to manage to, unfortunately. Still nothing, still nothing. Beautiful. So here's the thing. This is the last protected low that I want to see managed to, and it's 10 RR. I'm not giving up 10 RR. Like, I might be a little crazy, but not that crazy. Okay. We're probably up 12R. Gonna give this market a little bit more time. We're up. How much is this? 18R. Let's look at the hourly, see where we entered, see the context. Yeah, this is a phenomenal entry. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours valid. Hourly was. Hello? Hourly was valid. 20 minute. Yeah, this was an okay entry. I mean, a very good one. We're up quite a bit. Hopefully we sustain the move. Lots of very good bullishness coming into this market. We are up 21R. So this is where you get those crazy runners. Up and roll over. Yeah. So a lot of times, depending on where I'm at in profit, sometimes I close right below before rollover. Especially with a winner like this. Unfortunately, I didn't. But you could have secured 30R. That's just one of my rules. Generally, I don't like to hold over rollover, especially with a big gain like that. I'd rather just take it off the table and run with it, because more likely than not, I'll stop you out. And then here, we're going to get another entry. Watch. Failing back down. That's okay. Okay entry over this high. I want to see a little bit more strength. A little bit more strength. Give it time. Go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly's holding. Hourly's starting to go a little bit sideways, just how I don't like it. A little bit sideways, just how I don't like it. Our other hourly entry, I think this is where we secured our runner. Hourly's holding, so that's not bad. Getting some nice demand on it. 20 minute is beautiful. So 5 minute entry over this high ain't bad. Probably going to be a quick stop out. That's okay. ATR low. Still not in. I'd set my low right about here, 4 point something. Hopefully we get a new low. This was our new low created. Let's see if it's valid. We're looking at 5.29 versus, yep. So we'll do a limit. Yep. Limit in. Immediate stop out. Yep. Didn't matter anyway. 2 minute, gonna wait for a new build up of some sort. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. 5 minute entry over this high. I want to make sure there wasn't news on May 28th. Could have been red news. Nope. We're in the clear. So 20 minute valid, 5 minute entry over this high, ATR low. Getting closer. I'm starting to like this a little bit more. See if this is within an ATR as we push higher. 12. Nope. Sadly, this would have been a very, very, very clean entry. 4 hour clear, 1 hour clear, 20 minute clear. Yeah, this would have been a phenomenal entry. We're looking at 9.36. 9, 10, 11. Let's look at the 20 minute. 20 minute is technically still valid for a buy stop right here, though. Under my rules, yeah. Still not in. This would have been my entry. Let's see where we opened up at. Yeah, so this would have been my low since we pushed up higher first. Get buy stopped in. So this candle, we pushed up higher, got buy stopped in right after that low. This actually is a loss. There we go, 20 minute. Because we got buy stopped in and then this wick right here took us out. So we'll go for the 10 minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, falling back down. Let's go look at the hourly. Hourly's probably also falling back down. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Hourly is not holding. So 20 minute, I want to see like that. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Building up something nicely. Hopefully this is where the market closed. Okay, yeah. 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute holding. Yeah, so if this is where it closed, I'll take a buy stop right over this high. Okay, beautiful entry right over this high right here. Falls back down. Let's see if it's still valid. No longer valid. Technically, this is where it gets a little tough. Technically, we're still valid, but I'm actually going to wait for a little bit more sideways motion and then a new build up. Okay. Valid entry. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, good. Hourly, good. Hourly's okay. 20 minute, 5 minute. So 5 minute entry over this high is valid. ATR low. Let's look at the 20 minute. My entry should have been this one. That's okay, though. We'll look for a tighter stop here. Nothing. I'll take it. Okay, this would have been a loss. Let me take that. 20 minute. Gonna wait for a new build up. Hourly just kind of still failing down, so we'll step back up to 10. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hourly failing back down, nothing to do for now. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute holding, 5 minute entry over this high right here. ATR low, whatever that might be. Beautiful. Looks like it's going to be a very immediate break even. Let's see. Yep, break even. Nothing to do. I'm going to give it another shot. If it wants to load. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, it was rollover too. So good thing we didn't take anything there. Hourly's fucking around again. As we know, don't trade this shit. God awful. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour. God awful. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. Don't even touch this market. Let it do whatever the hell it wants. Let's look at the day. What was this? The minute? Let's look at the weekly. Weekly holding, daily, questionably holding, hourly, or 4 hour holding, hourly. Putting in some sort of demand here. Good. I like this. 20 minute. Hopefully we build up something nice off of this right here. 1, 2. I need to see another strong burst from here. Okay, this is okay. 4 hour holding, hourly. Yeah. So hourly would have become valid here. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour valid, hourly valid. Yeah, hourly's a little weak. This is the first sign of strength that we get into this market. And we have red news in 3 hours. So yeah, I'll take one trade here. Still has plenty of opportunity. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Fills back down. 20 minute. Let's see where we close at here. Valid buy stop right over this high. Looks like we are going to tap that. Let's go look at the 4 hour again. See where we're at. 4 hour holding. Hourly holding, 20 minute holding, 5 minute holding. Perfect. ATR low. Okay, we're lining up for a beautiful long here. We do have red news in about 2 hours. Still okay. ATR low right now, we're looking at 8 point something. I'll take it. Still nothing, still nothing. Okay, now we're getting a little cleaner. I'm going to move this just slightly up so we don't get wicked in. This will be my entry. Get buy stopped in. Get taken out right away. That's okay. 20 minute. Very shitty. Gonna wait for a new build up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, kind of went without us. We had red news as well, so that's okay. Hourly fails back down. 4 hour definitely fails back down as well. Yep. Let's look at the 4 hour, hourly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, daily. Daily is kind of dog shit. We can wait for daily to build back up. Where daily is a little far from, 5 minute entries, so we're gonna give it just a little bit of time. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly is holding, 20 minute is valid for longs. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, nothing to do here. Yep, falls back down, nothing to do. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding, hourly, they're weekly holding, daily holding, 4 hour holding. Hourly holding, 20 minute. Yeah, this is okay. Okay, 5 minute entry over this high. ATR low. Beautiful. Probably going to be a very, very quick loss. I already know it. Look at the size of these candles. We're looking at June 4th. I want to make sure there's no news. May, June 4th. High news at 8. Red news at 8. Oh, market close though. Wouldn't even touch this. 20 minute. Gonna give this market time. Clearly needs it. Okay, let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding, hourly. I don't like this. We did technically go, well, we're still in a reaccumulation, technically redistribution, but given the models on the other time frames, this is what I would consider reaccumulation. Absorption of that range is low. If you want to look at this as the 10 block, this would be okay. 4 hour is holding, hourly is holding, 20 minute. Yeah. So 5 minute high over this, or entry over this high. Let's look at the 20 minute again. Still valid. Oh, 20 minute hasn't even closed yet. What the fuck? So entry over this high if we get something. 20 minute close yet? Yep. So this would have been our entry right here. Right off that candle close, right about here. Low would have been 1 ATR 8 point something, so a little bit smaller of an entry, something like that. Probably going to be an immediate stop out. Oh, it didn't even tap me in. What the fuck? Okay. So we are up not a lot on this challenge or on this backtest, but we are starting to build the account back up. Very so slightly. Beautiful move to break even. Probably going to be a very fast break even for me. Yep, break even, maybe. Come on, break me even, baby. 20 minute, nothing to do. Hourly's probably going sideways. I could see that continue for a little bit. Daily, questionable. 4 hour, good. Hourly, good. 20 minute, I want to see some good demand come into this market. Okay, we're getting there. I do like this candle. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding, hourly is holding, 20 minute holding. Yeah, I take an entry right over this high. Was it this high or that high? Something like that. Probably going to get stopped out right away. Okay, I guess not. Let's see what high it was. Yeah, it was that high. Perfect. Should have taken that. Actually, no. That was actually a beautiful entry. I thought this low got created before we got tapped in, but it looks like created, pushed up, and then pushed down. So that was a okay entry. Managed to probably round this low. We're looking at 4.52. Not bad. Okay, 20 minute. Gonna wait for a new entry. Beautiful. Entry over this high. ATR low. Context is starting to line up very beautifully. Let's look at what the 4 hour is doing. Daily. Good. Let's see here. 4 hour. Good. Hourly. 20 minute. Yeah, this isn't half bad. Take an entry right about here. ATR low. Okay, it looks like we got tapped in. Technically, but technically not. I do not know what to tell you. What happened first? So no low had gotten created until this low closed. So let's go see. Where'd the 20 minute close? Okay, no, so we entered way far above. Our entry was right here, not up here. So let me see what happened here. We're gonna kind of replay it and oh wait, this looks like red news actually. So probably no entry here. Yeah, no entry here. Dang it, that would have been a very nice delivery. Okay, we have red news again here in an hour and 40. Technically valid. Valid buy stop right here. Yep, that would have carried you quite far, but that's okay. More red news coming out right now. Putting in a beautiful story. Exactly what I wanted to see. Now we look at the daily, the 4 hour. Come on. Daily, beautiful. 4 hour, beautiful. Hourly, beautiful. 20 minute, beautiful. And all along we were waiting for this delivery stage 2. Now it took a while. You know, we're scalping logs in here because once again we are testing this new system, but that's okay. 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute. Gonna wait for some sort of build up again. Too far extended for me. Not something I'd be touching at all. Ooh. Yeah, market close. This would have been a very phenomenal entry right over this high. Okay, we're building up. Building up. Very weak, but we are building up. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding, hourly holding. Damn it. The hourly is extended. We're probably going to undergo some sort of hourly sideways press movement. But the 20 minute is good for long. So I'll look for buy stop right above this high. Sometimes we get extended deliveries on the hourly, so we can still get another move like that on the hourly. And that's what my system currently is kind of testing. So that's another one of the variables that I'm working on collecting data for. Beautiful. We have a buy stop. We're looking at 7.9, something like here or here, 4 point. I'll do the lower one, given that market just kind of opened a few hours ago. Not going to be a whole lot of money in the market. I don't think we went 1 to 2. Very, very close. Come on. Give me that break even. Give me that break even. Okay, move to break even. Somewhere right about here. Tap me out, just barely. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new build up. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is somehow sustaining such an extended move. Hourly, look, exactly what I told you guys. I was anticipating that sideways motion. Now the 20 minute, if we start building, if this thing wants to load, 20 minute actually isn't half bad of an entry. I'm going to give it one more candle. This is a valid entry as is, but given the hourly context, we might chop around for a little bit. But if we get one more bullish candle up to about here, I'll take it. Like that. 5 minute entry. So let's see. You would have gotten an entry here off of this high. Probably a loss, actually. Yeah. So loss right over this high with your low somewhere around here. Gotten wicked in and then wicked out on the same candle. But if you were looking at the secondary validation that I was looking at, we're a little too low on the range for me. And falls back down. Holy shit, this thing is being slow as fuck. Give it just 1 second. I gotta reload it. Gets annoying when, you know, you're back testing for 8 hours a day and every 30 minutes this happens. Okay, let's reload it. I know this was supposed to be a shorter video, but whoops. I'm gonna make sure to record some more course content for you guys as well. So 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute. So now valid entry above these highs actually, depending on where we close. But yeah, there's still a valid entry right here. 20 minute fell back down. I'm gonna wait for a new 10 minute valid, or 20 minute in this case. 1, 2, 1, 2. Entry buy stop right above this high. I mean, this is beautiful context. This is what I love to see. This is where I know my systems perform quite well. We're looking at, what is that, 9? Or is that 5? That is 5.38. It's a little small sometimes. I'm on a huge display. Hopefully I get a smaller entry like that. Very tight. I'm going to choose this as my entry. Sometimes I'm a little subjective with it. 20 minute. 20 minute technically is valid above this high. I'm not going to take it. So we're going to wait for a new 10 minute validation. 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on. Okay, good thing we didn't take it. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding, hourly's holding. Hourly, if we don't get nice delivery here coming up soon, it's not worth taking for me. But yeah, valid entry above this high, ATR low. Falls back down, nothing to do. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new validation. Like that. 5 minute entry over this high, ATR low. And it looks like it's lining up very nicely with the hourly, with the 4 hour, hourly, 20 minute, 5 minute. Beautiful. That's our entry. Right about here. Let's see. We're looking at 4.29 stop. What's our ATR? 7.19. Phenomenal. We'll look for a limit. Probably red news here. June 6th. Let's go take a peek. Yep, June 6th. We have red news at 6:30. Yeah, so it wouldn't even have been a trade we take. I wish FX Replay had better news because, you know, sometimes you get your red news, sometimes you don't. It's just, I don't know where they get their source from. 20 minute. Yeah, we had red news. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour valid, hourly valid. Very wiki, but that was because of news, particularly here. Our 20 minute, putting in some good demand. How far after news are we? So we're looking at an hour after news. Let's look at for our 5 minute entry, somewhere around here. ATR low, probably. We're looking at 14.03. Yeah, we can have a way larger. This is too close to news. I mean, it's gonna give me a big candle and then probably stop me out. Didn't tap me in. Good. So 20 minute, gonna wait for a new validation. Hourly's just fucking around now, so I can wait for the hourly to kind of correct itself. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour still holding, hourly's holding. 20 minute. Valid entry above this high. So I'll take it. ATR low right below here. Very, very bad. 20-minute. Gonna wait for an invalidation. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and just kind of falls back down. Look out for that hourly validation. Probably gonna start seeing 20-minute buildups right here. Yep, 4 hour. Oh, 4 hour. Good. Hourly. Good. 20-minute. No entries quite yet. Very choppy market. It looks like we're about to. We just want rollover. Okay. So now I want to start to see some buildups. Very weak. Very weak. Valid entry. Technically right above this buy stop. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours valid. Hourly is valid. 20 minutes valid. 5-minute entry right over these highs. ATR low. Like that. Phenomenal. Right over these highs. Low. Not an immediate break even. I wish it would have traversed just a little bit further. So what I'll do is I'll replay just to see if, because it's probably going to be a loss, so might as well take it real quick. 1 2. Not a break even yet. Close, but no. Stopped out right away. 20-minute. I mean, I can just tell in the weakness of the candles though. Look at the 4 hour. 4 hour still holding. Hourly is very, very fucking weak. Very, very weak. I'm gonna give this time. Let's look at the hourly. Still fairly weak, but putting on some good demand. So entry buy stop right over this high. Something like that. Let's go to 20. 20 still not done building, so is it done now? Nope. Is it done now? 20-minute is finally done building. ATR stop somewhere around here. I need a tighter stop than that. Beautiful. I want to look at the hourly. Hourly is okay. 20-minute is okay. Hourly, I could actually see flushing down. I don't like this kind of price action. We have red news coming up here in about 6 hours. 20-minute, finally putting in some beautiful demand. Yeah, so this isn't half bad. This is something I'd take to a limit. Probably gonna be an immediate stop out. 4 hour. Nothing. Yeah, I don't want to trade this. Gonna let this market do whatever it has to. Let's look at 4 hour. 4 hours building. Hourly is building. I mean, you could have potentially cut your longs here. Not for me though. Especially not after red news. 5-minute valid entry right above this high, assuming that's where we closed. Yep. Right about here. Let's look at the 20, see if it's still valid. Still valid entry right over here. This looks a little bit big of a stop. We're looking at 18 point something. No, still within risk. I underestimate the size of ATR sometimes. Get taken out right away. God, that's like 5 fucking losses in a row. 20-minute, gonna wait for a new build up. Falls back down, nothing to do. Not touching this market here for a little bit. At all. 4 hours probably going sideways now. Not touching at all. Let's go 4 hour. 4 hour building. Hourly is building. 20-minute. Nothing to do. Gonna give this market a little bit of time. Nothing. Absolutely nothing to do. Okay. Yep. I like this candle. Let's look at the 4 hour. Let's look at the hourly. Yeah, I like this candle. Entry buy stop right here. Might be a rollover. I need to check. Because the market looks quite illiquid, and it's our first sign of strength here. This is 23 o'clock. No. Asia is actually about to start up, so I'll go off for a 5-minute entry, ATR low. Right about here, whatever low gets created, like so. I could tighten it just ever so slightly. Let's see if it's a break even. Would have been a break even trade. Yeah. Just barely break even. That's okay. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's look at the hourly. Yeah, nothing to do here. I don't want to touch this. Gonna wait for some more bullishness. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Nothing to do. Just go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is kind of fucking around right now. 4 hour is putting in demand, double demand. Look at this beautiful demand mitigation right here. Beautiful demand coming in. Okay, let's look at the 4 hour was good. Hourly was good. 20-minute entries all along here would have been okay. Beautiful entry right there. Probably stopped out. So I'm gonna wait for a new build up. Nothing. Rollover. Give this rollover time to do whatever it wants to. Very weak candles, nothing to do. Only entry I see right now is here, but that's way too weak for me. Okay, we're shaping up. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Hourly is quite sideways right now. Probably gonna undergo some longer stage 1. This is okay. Very weak. Okay, entry buy stop above these highs. Beautiful. Probably going to be an immediate stop out once again, given that 1 hour context. Yep. Let's look at the hourly. We're going to wait for 20 minutes to shape up. Hopefully we close a little higher. 1, 2. Oh, yep. This would have been my candle. Hourly hopefully had enough time to undergo that weird price mitigation it had to go through on the lowers. 4 hour holding. Hourly is fucking weak, dude. So fucking weak. Still building up. So we got potential here. It did undergo whatever price absorption or whatever it needed to take out here. Building back up beautifully. 20-minute valid, 5-minute valid. Yeah. So it's not the cleanest of entries, but it's also not the worst. No low created for me. This is 4.3. I'll take it. Probably going to be a loss. Yep. 20-minute. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding. Hourly starting to push away from whatever this was. It's god awful. Maybe I can log the data. Doesn't make a difference. Yeah, hourly's starting to put in something. So is 20-minute. We have red news, so in an hour, so not going to take anything. Gonna wait for a new 20-minute mitigation of some sorts. I want to see something. Fall down. Okay. Perfect. Oh, red news. Has to ruin everything. Red news, yeah. That sucks. Okay. Hopefully this has been a 40 to an hour. Yeah. 4 hour. Good. Hourly. Good. 20. Good. 5-minute. Good. ATR low. Right above the high over here. So we got the 20. Probably a loss right here, so I'm just gonna enter in a random buy stop. Got tapped in. Got tapped out. What the fuck? Come on, tap me out. Okay, fuck this shit. Has to tap me out right before. That was a very big stop loss though, so I can't complain. The only thing I'm trying to do right now is to get stopped out. There we go. Tapped in. Fuck this shit, guys. I can't get stopped out even if I wanted to. Fucking A. Piece of shit price action though, for the time being. So I'm gonna wait for more buildups of some sort. Let's just create a really tiny stop. Do a limit. There we go. Stopped out. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding, hourly holding-ish. 20-minute, gonna wait for some buildups. Kind of goes without us. Nothing to do, nothing to do, nothing to do, nothing to do. Building up nicely. Could have gotten an entry here. Not clear enough for me though. There we go. Building up something. 1, 2, 1, 2. Missed it. Nothing to do. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20-minute holding, 5-minute entry. Assuming this 20-minute close there. Let's go see. 20-minute. Yep. But the 20, yeah, no, this is all right. 20-minute entry over these highs. It looks, yeah, so we went down first and then we got tapped in. And so our low would have been still somewhere around here, I want to say. Too big, way too big. So what I'll do is I'll look at the 20. 20 is still valid for an entry either from high. So I'll do something like this. 7.57, yep. Falls back down, nothing to do. 20-minute, gonna wait for an invalidation. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Getting close. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Let's look at the 4 hour. Holding, hourly, holding, 20-minute holding. Unfortunately, this was red news, so can't do anything. Would have been a phenomenal entry over this high. Price really loves to fuck around, especially on the NAS. With red news, Forex, like once red news hits, it kind of fixes itself right away. You know, within the first 10 minutes, I can start trading again. Yeah, that's not the same on this market. 4-hour holding, hourly is starting to hold. Technically valid entry above this high. I don't like it though. Okay entry there. I don't like it. Would have been an okay. Yeah. Hourly is probably looking kind of weak. I don't like this. Okay. Getting clean. Hopefully we close here. Yeah. How much until news? We're looking at 7 hours. We're good. 4-hour good. Hourly good. 20-minute is good. 5-minute entry over this high. ATR low. Something like this. Falls back down. Nothing to do. 20-minute. Gonna wait for new validation. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Falls back down. Nothing to do. Let's look at the hourly. Let's go look at the 4-hour. 4 hours probably starting to fail. Yeah. It's barely holding up the move. Hourly is barely holding up the move. 20-minute, we might get a very nice entry here. Red news was not even 40 minutes ago, so we have to let this one go. 1 2 1 2 1 2 2. Nothing. Only entry I see is here. It's still okay. Let's look at the 4-hour. 4-hour holding, hourly holding, 20-minute holding, 5-minute. I'll take an entry above here. Actually, no. We have red rollover coming, so nothing to do. 20-minute. What time was this? Yep, right before rollover. Okay, this is starting to clean up a little bit. We're the next day at 11 p.m.-ish. Let's look at the 4-hour. 4-hour holding, hourly holding, 20-minute buy stop above this high. Nope, falls back down, nothing to do. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yep, entry above this high if we get anything. Okay, we're starting to shape up. I don't know how clean this is. Let's go back up to 20. 20 is okay for entries. A couple entries we can get. We can get this entry right here once again. Or, let's see. Yeah, actually both are, that they would have actually ended up being the exact same entry. So good. Get buy stopped in. Move to break even. Probably going to get stopped out per usual. Nothing new. Nope, survive. Still nothing. And yeah, only place I saw to manage to would probably be around here. Should have. Didn't. That sucks. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's go look at the 4-hour. 4-hour is starting to go sideways. Hourly is very weak. Not touching this market here for a little bit. I need to see a little bit more strength than this. This previously would have been an okay entry, not anymore, given my practice or my experience dealing with markets like these. Let's go look at the 4-hour. 4-hour holding, hourly holding, 20-minute holding, 5-minute valid for entries. Actually no, 5-minute not valid for entries. 5-minute now valid for entries above this high. ATR low. Let's look at the 20. Yep. Phenomenal entry right over this high. Very tight stop. I love this. We're looking at 8.95 versus 17. So I can make this just slightly bigger. We're looking at 15. So yeah, we'll take this. Okay, comes back down. 20 minutes, so bad. I need to see a giant 5-minute candle just buy stop us in. Buy stopped in, buy stopped out. 20-minute, gonna wait for a new validation. We missed a move. That is a-okay. So the 4-hour. 4-hour is holding. 20-minute is holding. Yeah, this would have been a phenomenal entry. Unfortunately, we did get stopped out here. That is a-okay. We are still in somewhat of a drawdown. I mean, not from when we began. We're up maybe like 10% since we began. 20-minute. Hopefully, this is where the candle closes. A little bit higher. Yeah, valid for entries. Actually, no, rollover. Psych. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I have to count because this fucking FX replay tool always skips me a candle. Very weak market. Look at the hourly. Hourly's holding. 20-minute. technically, I'll consider a buy stop above. Nah, I'm gonna give this market time. This would have been my entry right here though. Red news coming up, so nothing to do. Hourly's probably pretty flat now. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours flat, hourly's flat, 20 minute. Gonna wait for some nice demand. I could see a giant build up here coming. Rollover, nothing to do. I'm gonna play this a little faster. Let's look at the hourly. 4 hour, hourly, 20 minute. Yeah, nothing to do quite yet on the 20 minute. Still nothing. Still nothing. Fucking weak fucking market. Okay. Building. Yeah. And let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours very weak. Hourly is very weak. I'm not touching this market at all. There's no movement in price. You're going to get chopped. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Hourly's holding. 20 minute. Good for longs. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Beautiful entry over this high ATR low. Probably not tapped in. I set it just above. Let's go look at the 20. 20 is holding 5 minute. Okay, 20 minute is still valid for long. Phenomenal. This will be our low. Hopefully we get a tighter low. No, too big of a low. I need a tighter, something like that. Yeah, this is a little more reasonable. Get buy stopped in. Actually, no, it would be a stop. Get in. Move to break even. Still at break even. Could come down and take us out very easily. And that's exactly what it's going to do. Actually, no, survive the break even. We're up probably around 4 if I manage to about here. Get taken out. Yep, 20 minute. Gonna wait for a new 20 minute buildup. Very weak. Perfect. 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute holding, 5 minute. Phenomenal entry over this high. So, nothing to do. Falls back down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Still nothing to do. Hourly's probably falling back down. Okay. Yep, nothing to do. Probably daily might start failing. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly still holding. Daily is questionably holding. 4 hours starting to hold. Hourly starting to questionably hold. Very weak market. So I'm going to wait for 20 minute entries. Okay, getting some sort of strength here. Hourly is very weak. I need to see a little bit more strength come into this market. So I'll skip on this entry. There we go. Hopefully this candle closed here. So we skipped, what entry was it? I think we skipped an entry here. Probably would have still been in the move. 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute is holding, 5 minute entry. ATR low, somewhere right about here. So we got the 20 minute. 20 minute hasn't closed yet, so I gotta give it another 10 minute candle. 5 minute entry above this high is still valid. 20 minute hasn't closed yet. 20 minute now closed, so now we're valid for this entry that was just created for us. Gonna move to our entry. Goodbye stopped in. I don't know if that's a break even. I don't think it is. Nope, break even. There we go. Get tapped out. 20 minute. Gonna wait for new validation. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is starting to fail a little bit. So is the hourly. So a couple things I can do here is wait for 20 minute validation strength. I need to see something big. This, yep, 4 hour. 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute. Oh, I do like this. 5 minute. We are how far from red news? 6 hours. Good. 5 minute entry. Very, very wiki. What time is this? July 26th? Let's go see what we're doing here. On July. That's July? No way. June. Okay. I was going to say, no way we went through a month of data that quick. We have red news at 8 a.m. So, yeah. Red news happened at 8. Hasn't even been 10 minutes, so not touching this market. I will be right back, guys. Give me just one quick second. All right, guys, I'm finally back. I'm gonna have to go here in a little bit, but we'll continue this as we go. We are already till what month are we going to? July. Oh no, we're almost done actually. So let's look at the monthly, weekly. What week are we in? June, July, August. So 2 more months. Last data collection we ended in April, so next is in July, August. So yeah, we don't have much data left to work with. So let's look at weekly, daily. Daily is okay. 4 hour is building up something. Hourly is 4 hour, we're building something. Hourly, we're sustaining some sort of move, building up that beautiful demand. Yeah, we're looking at longs right off of here, assuming that's where the candle closed. So let's see. We're gonna wait until this closes. Valid buy stop above that high. Phenomenal. Let's see if we're still valid though. These candles are quite big. Actually, didn't June 26th, did we say we had red news? June 26th, we had red news at 8. What time is it? Yeah. So unfortunately, no trade here. I think we already went over that. Okay, 20 minute. Gonna wait for new entry validation. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Hourly is just barely holding some sort of demand. So this is 40 minutes after red news. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour holding. Hourly holding. 20 minute holding. Assuming this is where we close. So 5 minute entry right over this high. Nothing to do. 20 minute. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's go back up to the hourly, see where we're at. I need to see some nice validations come into this market. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours just barely holding. Hourly is starting to build up something. 20 minute is building up something. Building up. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we're building up something nice. I'm going to give it one more candle. One more candle. There we go. Entry buy stop off that high. 4 hour holding. Hourly starting to hold. 20 minute is holding. 5 minute entry right over this high. ATR low. Love it. There we go. I don't know if that's within risk though. We're looking at 8.49 versus 8.16. Phenomenal entry. Probably going to get stopped out right away. Still valid. Tapped in. Probably a break even here. We do have red news here in a while. So close to break even. So close to break even. Ugh. Phenomenal though. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours starting to not really hold the move. Hourly is starting to fail down a little bit. So I'm going to wait for 20 minute extreme demand into this market. Okay. Oh, it looks like that was red news. Yeah, so we're on red news right now. Give this market a little bit of time to shape up. Could get a beautiful long off of here. Falls back down. Hopefully we close here. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours sustaining the move. Hourly sustaining the move. 20 minutes sustaining the move. 5 minute entry over this high. ATR low. Assuming that's where we close the candle. If it wants to load. Yep. So right over this high. Of course, I don't put it right at the very high. ATR low. We're looking at 13 point something. We're looking at 21. So valid. Hopefully we get a tighter stop. I just could see something smaller. Okay, we take a beautiful loss here. I'll just make this small so we get stopped out right away. Get stopped out. 20 minute. Gonna wait for a new validation. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours sustaining, hourly sustaining, 20 minutes sustaining, 5 minute entry over this ATR. 20 minute candle just closed, yeah. So whatever low this was, ATR low, phenomenal. This would have been our entry. I don't know what low got created first. We're looking at 17 something. Yeah, so of course we would have gotten entered into here. Taking a beautiful loss, so I'm gonna move this down here to take that loss. 1, 2, there we go. 20 minute, I just don't like the hourly or the 4 hour. 4 hours very weak. Let's look at the daily. Daily's very weak, 4 hours very weak, hourly's very weak, 20 minute. I do want to see this demand come through. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours still barely holding on. Hourly is also 20 minute is good for longs. Yeah. We do have red news or market close actually approaching here, so can't take this. We're gonna wait for a new after red news and market open. Okay, market open, red news already happened. We'll wait for a new 20 minute buildup. Let's look for the 4 hour, hourly, 20 minute, 5 minute entry right over this high ATR low. Let's see where the 20 minute hasn't closed yet, so we got to give it one more tick. There we go. This would have been our entry right off of this high ATR low, because if you look at where the 20 minute closed, right there, phenomenal. I'm just looking to finish up this backtest. Very break-even backtest for us, just given the fucking market conditions, but that's okay. That's going to happen, and you're going to get markets where you're just break-even almost the entire time, you see? And I am okay with that, because other market conditions, you're going to get other very nice trending conditions, right? But this is what happens when you try to trade anything and everything. And it's not helping that this platform's being slow as fuck. Super fucking slow. Hourly, 20, like... Okay, I'm refreshing it. Anyhow, I do have to run here in a couple minutes. I was hoping to finish this backtest, but I'll be back here. Like I said, this has been one of the shittiest market conditions we've seen in a while, and that is A-okay. Weekly, daily, 4 hour, hourly. Hourly is starting to shape up, 20 minutes starting to shape up. Yeah, so if we close here, perfect, entry right there. No red news, hopefully, 3:35 a.m. Right about here, ATR low. Get tapped in, get tapped out. 20 minute is no longer valid. I'm going to give this 20 minute time. 1, 2, 1, 2. Showing, oh, red news. Never mind. We're going to give the market time. Fucking god awful price action. Let's go look at the 4 hour, hourly, 20 minute. 20 minute, I'll need to see some strength here. I'm trying to do this backtest a little bit quicker than usual, so you're not going to get a full in-depth explanation. Very beautiful entry right off of this high. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new build up. Something like this, yeah. And then falls back down, we have red news, so no trading any of this price action. All this is red news. You know, no, still no entries here, so it doesn't matter. Let's go look at the weekly. Weekly is holding. Notice how we didn't take a single good entry in all of this price movement, guys. Notice how your system's gonna perform under some, you know, market conditions, and under others you're just break even, and that's okay. It's kind of weird how, looking at the weekly, the most profitable time was from here to here, and then break evens all throughout here, losses all throughout here. Now we're back in the same market condition that we were in earlier. So now hopefully the system starts to pick back up. 4 hours is quite dirty price action. Hourly is quite nasty. So 20 minute, I need to see some very nice bullishness come into this market. Very, very weak. We need some sort of red news to kickstart something, that's for sure. Because there is no money in this market. No money, no money. We're getting there. Still nothing though. There we go. Money's coming in. Hourly starting to kick back up. I hate this kind of price delivery though. Like more often than not, like no entries here. Absolutely nothing. Beautiful entry right here. Off market or candle close. 4 hours until red news ATR entry right here. Falls back down, nothing to do. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Getting a little too close to red news, nothing to do. So, fortunately, we skip all this price action. Let's look at the 4 hour, 4 hour holding, hourly holding, 20 minute. Gonna wait for some new validations to come in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Skip all this price action. There's nothing to do. Hopefully we get one more kick up from this candle. Nope, nothing to do. Only entry I saw was right here, and I should have taken it. But we had red rollover approaching in less than a couple hours, so. Okay, very weak market. Very weak market. Okay, let's look at the 4-hour holding. Like, look at this 4-hour delivery, guys. Very weird. Like, this isn't something we're used to. We're used to price delivering more like this. Like, this is just weird, you know? Hourly's weak, so we're gonna skip. Actually, no. Hourly's starting to shape up. 20-minute. We just need clear validation on the 20. This is the only clear thing we see, so I'm gonna skip. Wait until this candle closes like that. 5-minute entry over this high is the only valid thing. I'm not trading this at all. Like, yeah, you'll take your entry here. Let's see how it would have played out. You would have gotten a successful trade. A very no, a break-even trade. But even then, it's just not for me. Probably some sort of red news. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Right here, this candle. That would have been our pinnacle trade, as I like to call it. 1 2. There we go. Let's go look at the 4-hour holding, hourly holding, 20-minute holding. Yeah, this would have been a phenomenal trade on the 5-minute. We kind of skipped all this shit price action, wicks everywhere, Underwent red news, and then on the right-hand side of price, look at this beautiful price delivery. ATR low, phenomenal, immediate break even. I'm really hungry, so I gotta go get food. And go on a nice little ride on a motorcycle. 1 2. Move to break even. Nothing to manage to yet. Break even trade. Might have been red news. Nothing to do. Very weak market. I'm gonna give it one more candle. Beautiful entry over this high. ATR low. Let's look at the 20-minute. 20-minute still valid. Yeah, so this would have been a phenomenal loss. Let's tally it up. Take that loss. Phenomenal. Yeah, this is shit. 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, let's look at the 4-hour. 4-hour holding. Hourly, like, god fucking awful. So awful. Looks like this might have been news on July 8th. July 8th. Something like that. No red news, so we're still good. Entry buy stop above this high is valid. Very weird price delivery, but still valid. Right here. 20-minute is still valid for an entry. ATR low somewhere. We're looking at 14, so yeah. Hopefully we get a tighter stop. Or we don't get a stop at all. Actually, this rollover, nothing to do. Maybe. I don't like it. Notice how, with my system, I'm staying out of all this shit. That's what a good system's for, you know? Get in only when you know your edge is good. Currently, our edge is shit given these market conditions. But that's okay. Yeah, this would have been our entry. Off that 20-minute close. ATR low, we're looking at 4 point something, yeah. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that. Limit entry. Get buy stuffed in, get taken out. 20-minute, gonna wait for a new validation. Let's go look at the hourly. No, I shouldn't have taken this at all. Shouldn't have taken this. There we go. 4-hour is shaping up. Hourly is shaping up. 20-minute. The only entry I see on the 20-minute, I think, was this last candle. Right here. This is a valid entry on the 20-minute off of the secondary high right here. This is our entry. Right here. Low right. 3 point something. Yeah. Phenomenal entry. Probably going to get stopped out right away. Yep. 20-minute. Going to wait for an invalidation. So we go 4-hour holding, hourly holding, 20-minute. Hourly, nothing to do. Failing back down. Horrible price action. Horrible price action. Let's go look at the 4-hour. 4 hours holding, hourly's holding, 20-minute. I'm going to wait for some sort of build up on that stage 1. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Phenomenal entry right about here. We're looking at 4 hours right before news. Entry buy stop right over this high. Yeah, so those entries I took on the high back there, shouldn't have taken any entries there. Phenomenal entry. We're looking at 3 point something. Yep, just within our risk. Probably going to stop me out again, per usual. Get tapped in, get tapped out. Go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours holding. Oh, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Nah, we're skipping this shit. Fucking horrible price action. And you can just see it. You can just see it. You can just see it, see it, see it. God fucking awful. Hourly 20. So now the market condition is all right. First entry I see is right here. Missed it. That's okay. Roll over again, or market close. Gonna wait for more money to come into this market. Very weak. Very, very weak. Let's go look at the hourly. Gonna wait for the 30 minute to shape up. Red news. Now we can step down to the 20 minute. Yeah, so I'm gonna pause right here, guys. You can just see this is a shit market condition. No money in the market. The only thing that's kind of fueling this market right now is news. Red news. Red news push up. Red news push up. What day was this? I don't know about red news here, but yeah, you can just see very liquid, very wicky, very not okay market. So let's look at the 4 hour, the hourly. Yeah, hourly's just dog shit right now. Dog shit. 20 minute. Red news again. Rollover. Yeah, nothing to trade here. At least under my system. So we're at break even still. We're at let's go see. We probably went into some drawdown. This is where we're at right now. Very serious drawdown. This is not okay. Not okay at all. Horrible market condition. Horrible market condition. Don't want to trade any of this at all. And we're done. There you go, guys. There's this amazing backtest. Once again, absolute shit results. I think we started with 419 or 424%. So we went up 40%. Very shit in 3 months. So 40% in 3 months. That's about 12%, I want to say. 13% in 13% a month. So this isn't half bad, but it's still pretty shit. Not excited or thrilled with the results at all, but that is 100% on me. Shouldn't have traded on half of the environments here. But as you know, this is part of the process. And now what I'm going to do is step down lower to the backtest on the next video and show you guys how I do my analysis. You know, this is only half of the work. Now you have to go back to your equity curve and see, okay, what conditions were good? Why did we take hundreds of trades here? Why didn't we trade in other conditions? Like, what happened here? Shouldn't have been trading at all. It was fairly break even. We did get a couple good winners, but it doesn't offset the fact that we were trading in conditions that weren't favorable for us. So anyhow, guys, I will see you next video. Bye-bye.